Hello my dear friends, how are you? Myself is Professor Dr Deshpande, and now it is very interesting to note that in my YouTube channel I will start the medicine in medical general practice, and in this particular serial I will start with the digestive tract problems in general practice. Of course, presented by myself, that is Professor Dr. Deshpande. I am MD in Ayurvedic Medicine and MD in Ayurvedic Physiology. WhatsApp number is, here you can note, 922-6810-630. What we are going to learn in these digestive tract problems? So this is the digestive tract in the pictorial manner. As you know, it starts from the oral cavity, then it goes like esophagus, then duodenum, of course the stomach, then small intestine, three parts, duodenum, jejunum and ileum here, and just a minute, here again I will go back. This is the large intestine, ascending colon, transverse colon and the descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum and the anus. This is all together in Ayurveda. This digestive tract is called as, it includes the two things. It is in Sanskrit, Mahasrotasa. Mahasrotasa includes Annavah Srotasa, that is up to the small intestine, that is the ileum part, and then we have the Purisha Vah Srotasa related with the defecation process. Okay, so my dear friends, I am going parallel, modern as well as Ayurvedic knowledge. Okay, so we will try to cover many problems in the digestive tract which we face day to day in our medical general practice. The problems like anorexia, loss of appetite, then indigestion, here you can see, aerophagy, that is the gas in your belly, gas in your stomach, gas in your intestines, then stomatitis, hiccup, constipation, diarrhea. There are a lot of problems. Then comes the vomiting, then dysphagia. Phagia means to deglutition process. So this is a painful condition. When there is a painful difficulty in deglutition, the condition is called as a dysphagia. Then pain in the abdomen, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Then 12th problem may be jaundice, and last we will discuss about peptic ulcer. So, my dear friends, we are starting the first problem in medical general practice, that is anorexia symptom. Try to understand, these many patients come not with a disease, they come with the symptom, and based on the symptom, we have to examine the patient. We have to examine the patient and we decide the different signs. Then sometimes we do some investigations and then afterward we make a confirmatory diagnosis. But at the moment I am just concentrating on clinical presentation of different symptoms. The first, the patient, this particular girl is saying, I will not eat. That is anorexia, loss of appetite. In Ayurveda, it is called as aruchi. Ruchi means taste. I don't have the taste to my tongue. Okay? Anorexia. Also, very complicated word in Sanskrit, anannabhilasha. Anannabhilasha. Anna is a food. Na abhilasha. I don't want to eat. In Ayurveda, anannabhilasha. Okay. Whenever you want to treat any patient, you treat with allopathy, you treat with Ayurveda, you treat with naturopathy, you treat with homeopathy. I personally request all of you, first try to find out the root cause of that particular symptom. That is the most important. Because Ayurveda also says, Rogam Adau Parikshet. Rogam Adau Parikshet. Any complaint, Rogam is not disease, any complaint, Adau means to begin with, Parikshet, examine. And then, Tato Anantaram Aushadam, then the management starts. So first step in our medical practice, try to find out the causes for the symptoms. This is also called as differential diagnosis. Differential diagnosis, different causes. Ayurveda also has the particular word Vyadhi Vyavacheda Nidana. Vyadhi Vyavacheda Nidana. That means the differential diagnosis you have to make. Okay? So what can be the causes, or what are the causes? Because, my dear friends, very important principle of Ayurveda. Very important principle of Ayurveda. What is that? In the management they said, Sanshepataha Kriya Yogo Nidana Parivarjanam. Sanshepataha Kriya Yogo Nidana Parivarjanam. The first step in any disease management, Sanshepata in short, Sanshepataha Nidana, that means the whatever the causes, Parivarjanam, Nidana Parivarjanam. Try to avoid the causes. Okay? For example, nowadays Corona. What you have to do? First, avoid the contact with the patient of Corona. Avoid to go into the crowd. Okay? So we are talking now, concentrating on the anorexia, loss of appetite. First important cause is the jaundice, that is the inflammation of the liver, hepatitis. Remember this, ITRS is also always indicating inflammation. Like for example, tonsillitis, bronchitis, urethritis. This is hepatitis related with the liver. Hepatitis virus A, virus B, virus C, virus D. But the commonest in rainy season, that is the contaminated water and food, infective hepatitis virus A. That is the jaundice. In Ayurveda it is called as a Kamala. Another cause, any type of the fever. Because fever is arising, body temperature is rising to kill the bacteria, to kill the viruses. So any bacteria, viruses makes the toxins in the body. Okay? And because of the toxins in the blood, in the cases of fever, the patient do not want to eat. That is called as a natural fasting. Physiological or rather pathological oriented fasting. Langhana chikitsa in Ayurveda. Then any anorexia patient, you look for the pallor of the conjunctiva. Do the hemoglobin and diagnose if it is an anemic case. Then there are some side effects of the drugs. For example, bibunoids, metformin we use for as an anti-diabetic. Metronidazole, anti-amoebic. Digitalis in the patients of heart to build up the tone of the muscles of the heart, to make the heart strong in the patients of CCF. Here you can see digitalis is for CCF, congestive cardiac failure. Many antihypertensive drugs, anti-diabetic drugs, all these are the drugs which can cause anorexia, especially flagyl, metrogyl. In olden days it was used, now it is tinidazole we use, but this gives the typical metallic taste to the mouth. Okay. School-going children, a very funny thing, because school-going children may not be having direct any physiological cause for the anorexia. They may have some psychological problems. Family tensions, that means their father and mother are always quarreling, not happy mood in the home. Even when they go to the school, there is some problem with the friends. They are not cooperating with him. They are not friendly with them. These particular students, these particular children, and then also sometimes teachers. These students may be scolded by the teacher sometimes, so they are afraid to go to school. So they are pretending that ma'am, mother, I am having the pain in stomach. Father, I don't want to. Daddy, I don't want to go. I have the pain in my stomach. So this may be the psychological relation behind that particular symptom. Kindly note this point. In the adult male, you have to take the proper personal history. Whether the patient is having any addiction of alcohol, tobacco, mawa, panaparag, and be cautious. Be cautious, because anorexia, loss of appetite, symptom looking very simple, but it may have very serious history of any disease. Disease history. The patient may be suffering from cancer of the liver, cancer of the stomach. So malignancy is one of the important cause for anorexia. Also there is a loss of weight. After the lot of days the patient is not eating, how? See, he is a skeleton. All the fat, all the muscles, they have been deprived, and because of the anorexia nervosa, this may be the last condition of the patient. anorexia can take place in the cases of HIV, AIDS. So tuberculosis, cancer, HIV and malnutrition also has the relation with anorexia. Okay, so this is the effect that can affect whole of your body, starting from the brain you can see, then hairs are affected, heart is affected, blood is affected, muscles and joints, kidneys, body fluids are affected, intestines are affected, hormones are affected, and the skin is also affected because of the anorexia. Next, anorexia causes, we will go further. Pulmonary tuberculosis, very important cause. Whenever the patient is saying, nowadays the patient of 35 years old, 40 years old, and he is complaining loss of weight, loss of appetite. Here I am, pulmonary tuberculosis, and evening rise of temperature. I am sorry, I will go back. So here, pulmonary tuberculosis, evening rise of temperature. There may be cough. But remember my words, in the pleurisy, for example, tuberculosis, when the pleurisy is there, pleural fluid is there, there may not be cough. This is the closed tuberculosis. But there may be pain during inspiration. Remember, typical. There will be evening rise of temperature, malaise, fatigue in the evening. Okay? Then, next cause. Old patient, after 40, after 50, the patient may having the cancer of the stomach. If the female patient is there, the cause may be pregnancy. That means hyperemesis gravidarum. First 2-3 months there may be vomiting and also loss of appetite. Very interesting word for your information. Cetophobia. Phobia is a fear. Phobia is a fear. What about the fear? The patient is fearing of eating. Actually, he don't have the anorexia, but he is not eating because he fears to eat. Why? Because there may be oral ulcers. There may be acute gastritis. So my dear friend, when you want to treat anorexia, loss of appetite, you must have all these causes in your brain computer. Another causes. 12. Uremia. What is uremia? Urea is a waste product of protein metabolism. I am here. Urea is a waste product of protein metabolism. Okay? This urea is excreted through the urine. When there is a kidney problem, there is a renal failure, that waste product urea is accumulated in the blood. Remember this word, amia. Amia is a blood. Amia is a blood. Uremia. Okay? So uremia is a case where excessive urea is accumulated in the blood. About 20 to 40 mg%, that goes 60, 80, 100. Okay? And that is a toxic condition. Patient can go into the coma, uremic coma, unconscious. But to begin with, very, very gradually it will occur. It is not the last stage that you have to go to the hospital and admit the patient. To begin with, when kidney failure starts, it also affects your appetite. Okay? And last cause, do not forget, if you do not find any physical cause, like you do the chest x-ray, you do the hemoglobin, you do the urea level, you don't find anything. You do the sonography of the abdomen. Then last, you must think about psychological problem. Whenever you treat any patient, always consider physical problem as well as psychological problem. Because in general medical practice, 60% patients are psychosomatic type. Psychosomatic. Psycho, mind. Soma, body cell. So I am talking about psychogenic cause of the anorexia, depression in the females due to the domestic problems, disputes with the husband, disputes with the mother-in-law, disputes with the father-in-law, okay, laws. So this is the domestic problems. Okay, so this is the diagnostic criteria for anorexia. There is a weight loss leading to a body weight at least 15% below the normal or expected weight. The weight loss is a self-induced by avoiding the fattening foods. Then there is a self-perception of being too fat with an overwhelming dread of fatness, and this leads to the self-imposed low weight threshold. There is a widespread hormonal disorders which may lead to the amenorrhea and loss of sexual interest and impotency or potency problem in the men. So anorexia can affect at various levels in your body. Now, what is the Ayurvedic principle I have already mentioned? Sanshepataha kriya yogo nidana parivarjanam. You have to avoid the cause. You have to rule out. You have to find out the cause, etiological factors, and treat the original cause. For example, if the person is having jaundice and having anorexia, what you can treat? You have to manage the jaundice. Full rest for 3 weeks. If dehydration is there, admit the patient, use the saline and ringer lactate or the sugar, DNS, dextrose normal saline. Then you can treat in various ways: jaundice, anemia, tuberculosis, okay, cancer, radiotherapy and chemotherapy. But here, my dear friends, I am giving you some tips, symptomatic treatment of anorexia. First, start with B-complex. B-plex tablet, 1 in the morning. Then this is a hunger sensation stimulant, ciplactin or periactin tablet, 4 mg, BD means in the morning and in the evening. Or you can give tablet longipane, 25 mg, morning and evening. So ciplactin or periactin or longipane. Or there is another or, Himalaya company, Ayurvedic company. Tablet Leaf 52, very fantastic. 2 tablets morning, 2 tablets afternoon, 2 tablets in the evening before food, half an hour before food. Then there may be iron problem, iron deficiency anemia. Capsule or trin is a hematinic which improves the RBC and hemoglobin. Only 1 capsule in the morning with the breakfast. Then also you can prescribe tablet or liquid digiplex or unienzyme, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. Here I will suggest another enzymatic type of parallel preparation in Ayurveda which I have not written here, but in spite of unienzyme you can use tablet 3K2. Tablet 3K2, write down, of Himalaya company. Ayurvedic Himalaya company, tablet 3K2. 3 means 3. K2 means pungent, in taste, Taste. Which are the ingredients of 3K2? Suntha, maricha and pippali. Suntha mire pimpri. Suntha, dry ginger. Marich, black pepper. Pimpali, piper longum. So formulation is 3K2, single tablet, 1 tablet in the morning, 1 in the evening, before lunch, before dinner. Okay? In spite of digiplex or unienzyme. Then, very interesting, you can prescribe some Ayurvedic drugs which are very effective to treat the loss of appetite. This is the very famous prescription in the patients of infective hepatitis or jaundice. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. I have made the research on this. Arogyavardhini Kumaryasava. Arogyavardhini is the name of the tablet. Arogya means health, which can restore your normal physiology, normal health. That is called as a Arogya. How interesting the names are. How interesting. Arogya is a health. Vardhini means to develop. Develop the normal health, build up the normal health. Tablet Arogyavardhini. Either Vaidyanath company or Ayurveda Rasashala company. Standard company should be there. And how to take? 3 tablets before lunch, 3 tablets before dinner. Okay, BD means 2 times in a day. With carrier, what is the vehicle? It is a liquid. Kumari Asava. Kumari is a name for, you may be heard about that name, aloe vera. Aloe vera, korfad. In Marathi it is called as korfad. In Sanskrit, Kumari. Kumari, very interesting. And Asava is a medicated liquor, medicated wine. I am sorry, again go back. Okay. Kumari Asava, 3 spoons with equal amount of water with this Arogyavardhini. For minimum you can try for 1 month. Definitely, it may be a patient of tuberculosis. It may be a patient of cancer, but symptomatically it will get benefited by these 2 drugs. Because Arogyavardhini tablet contains Kutaki. This is the name of the plant, Arogyavardhini, Kutki. This is one of the plant in that ingredients. Kutaki picror haza kuro. What is the Latin name? Picror haza kuro. This is a very good to stimulate the bile secretion. Remember my words. Bile secretion. Also it stimulates all the functions of the liver parenchyma, liver cells. And liver is the main factory, main metabolic factory in our human body. In liver, there is a protein metabolism, carbohydrate metabolism, fat metabolism, vitamin metabolism, mineral metabolism. So everything will be stimulated with this tablet Arogyavardhini. Okay. Now in Ayurveda says not only medication is important. Ayurveda always talks the treatment as a tripod. Remember my words. I have not written here, but write down my words. Tripod. Three things are important. Three things in the management of any disease. Three things in the management of any disease. Number one, ahara, food. That is do's and don'ts, food, number one. Then vihara, that is lifestyle. And third is aushadhi. Ahara, vihara, aushadhi. Ahara, vihara, aushadhi. So, in each disease, give some prescription about food. Pachya apachya in Ayurveda. Try to talk about lifestyle. And then there is a sequence of the medicine. Medicine is not the first. Remember, first food adjustment, lifestyle adjustment, and then only food. Every time I will repeat. In each symptom I will repeat. So here, what is important? In Ayurveda, it is called as a Langana Chikitsa. Fasting. Let you stimulate your enzymes. Let the patient stimulate his or her digestive juices. It may be the gastric juice. It may be the intestinal juice. It may be the pancreatic juice. Every juice and the enzymes and the glands will be stimulated when you will do some fasting. Remember my words. Then regular walking exercise is a mandatory. Then happy mind. Ayurveda always believes that any disease should be treated physical level and psychological level. Physical level and psychological level. My dear friends, some of the Ayurvedic principles I am going to tell you 100 times. Please bear with me. Because there are some feedbacks to me. Sir, there are some repetitions. Try to avoid the repetition. My dear friends, try to understand my genuine interest. You should be hammered, which are the very basic and fundamentals to treat any problem of your health. Always, otherwise it's a superficial touching to that particular health problem. Okay? We don't want to treat anything superficially. We should understanding and then we should treat. Now last but not least, whatever the videos, whatever the PPTs that you are seeing, please understand, I am not replacing any family physician. Family physician is there. All this is only for the information, educational programs, and that educational programs are for basically medical fraternity like the students and the doctors and all these things. Okay? Thank you for patience hearing and I wish you all the best. But don't take any medicine of your own. Self-medication is absolutely contraindicated according to my personal opinion. So I wish you all the best. Take care and thank you very much.